What is good, peeps? It's your boy Thamziri, back once again on the weekly patch notes, episode 55. Yeah, and how you guys doing? Hope you guys are fresh. Hope you guys are good. You know what it is. We're here to give you another episode with the juicy gaming tidbits and all that shit. And joined with me, as always, is Maxwell. What's good, fam?
Yo.
Away, showing his age, but I love you, bro. Kojo, what's good, King?
I'm alive. How are you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Also breathing and shit. Guys, I'm really craving like a smoked salmon bagel with some feta cheese. Like, I don't know why I'm putting that in the show, but let it stay. Anyways, yeah, guys, welcome back to the weekly patch notes, where we cover all the nice gaming tidbits that has happened in the week before. And yeah, I'm saying this intro this way, giving you guys like a description of what the show's about, purely because I know some of you are very new listeners from my office. Hello. So yes, right now, please be sure to like and subscribe, or I will come to your desk and ask you questions, but I love you all. For those of you who do not work with me, please like and subscribe nonetheless. Hello, we love you too. And yeah, before we get into the gaming tidbits, does anyone have any admin?
Nada.
Oh wait, Kojo?
None from me.
None. All right. Only admin I have is Lost Epoch, hey? Like, at first I had my doubts about this game trying to be a copycat of Diablo and Path of Exile, but I deadass truly believe it might be better. I say might be because I'm only level 20, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. But alright. Hey dude, flip. Best $300 I've ever spent in my life. 300 South African rands for those of you who are not South African. Anyways, let's get right into the juice. Alright, starting with the gaming news. Max, what's been going on, bro?
Alright, so not much really. We just had things developing from last week. Remember the Sweet Baby Inc. story?
I might. Yes, for the sake of it.
So this week, things have gotten a lot worse. It's getting toxic out there. And you know, being on Twitter, you can see how the toxicity is brewing about, where you're beginning to get what people online are describing as Gamersgate 2. So for a quick rehash of Gamersgate 1, which I also just flew over my head when it was happening. I didn't even realize it was called Gamersgate. I just thought it was Me Too, but apparently it had its own name. But 2014, 2015, around that period, there was a period called Gamersgate where there was a lot of talk about toxic masculinity, diversity in gaming and things like that within video games and in the development, for studios, for journalists, for players harassing people and things like that. All of that type of stuff. That's going down again right now with a whole Sweet Baby Inc. controversy, where, remember last week I was talking about how they are media sites who are defending Sweet Baby Inc. Well, they're also gaming developers defending Sweet Baby Inc. And it just looks like a whole mess, as people are now politicizing this entire thing, turning it into a left versus right wing type of argument, which is it's weird to watch, because to be frank, both sides have what's the word I'm looking for? They have grounds for argument, which then leads me to state to you guys that I want to ask you guys your opinion on diversification in gaming, but we're not going to chat about that right now. And that's all I want to say from the gaming news section. Otherwise, right now I'm realizing I should have started off with a news blitz item, because I don't have much from a news blitz. But the item I just wanted to mention is Deviation Games. It's a studio Sony acquired to specifically make an exclusive game for. They hadn't made a game yet, but they were working on an exclusive for Sony. Well, they've just announced that they've closed, and with it has the IP they were working on. So no idea what the hell that was going to be. I don't know how far they were on it or anything like that. Just got the news that the studio shut down and we're never going to see the IP that was being worked on. Yeah, so otherwise, unless there's anything you guys want to share in terms of gaming news, that's it from me.
Oh wait, I've got one. So one of the games that I pretty much enjoyed seeing come out was the finals. I think when it was mentioned last year during the Game Awards or whatever. Was it the Game Awards or was it? Anyways, when last we heard about the finals, we knew that they were going into a season 2, and they've recently just come up with the season 2, and their ratings are flying through the roof. They made a huge change that was similar to what Helldivers did in terms of just improving the career mode of the game itself, which the finals too didn't really have much of a career mode at all when it first started. So it's very interesting to see what it is that they're going to include. I like games like these whereby you'll have different characters that have all these different abilities and whatnot, but you don't actually know the story as to why they have these different abilities, why they have certain names. Because in the finals, you can't exactly create your own character, so to speak. You can create your loadouts, but the character themselves, as to why they look the way they look and the size that they are, like, it's very interesting to now see, because now we're more invested in the game than it just being a thing that we just, waste our time on. So pretty interesting. Very much keen to see how it's going to look. And yeah, that's all from me. Kojo?
A few things. But first, Maxwell, I somehow knew you were going to make this mistake. Deviation Games is not acquired by Sony, it's backed by Sony. What's the difference?
Money.
One. And moving on to my news. So, first off, let's talk about Empty Vessel. Empty Vessel is a brand new studio that has been formed by Naughty Dog, id Software, and Activision developers. They are based in Texas, and they will be overseen by CEO and game director Emmanuel Palalich. And alongside him, CEO and general manager Garrett Young will also lead the studio. And they have, credits in Doom, Quake, The Last of Us, Uncharted, Call of Duty, a whole bunch of games. And yeah, they are currently in development, working on an unannounced shooter inspired by dystopian sci-fi media. So I'm keen to see where that goes. Sticking with studios that are being formed, let's talk about Giant Skull, which is a new studio formed by, I'm not sure if you guys remember, probably not, it was last year. I mentioned that the creative director of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Stig Asmussen, he left Respawn and EA. And we didn't know what he was going to do next. Well, it turns out that he was approached to start his own studio called Giant Skull, and with around 30 people of former Fortnite and Star Wars Jedi developers. And he said that he loved working at EA, he loved working at Respawn, but when he was approached with this new idea or this opportunity, it's something that he had to take up. He couldn't say no to. And he's left the door open for talk about if they are going to be working on a brand new IP that is original, or if it's going to be a licensed IP. And he's also left the door open for discussions of if they're going to do this and do things independently, or if they're going to be backed by bigger publishers. Excuse me. And yeah, that is it for my gaming news for now.
Oh wait, thanks, broski. Alright. Then guess we can move on to the gaming corner. So what's been released, bro?
Okay, let's start off with Contra. Anybody remember Contra?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they have a new game called Contra Operation Galaga, released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, released on March 12th, 2024, currently sitting at a 69 on Metacritic. Nice.
Mm.
Next up, we have Melatonin.
What? Okay.
I know, right? It's a sick name, right?
Is it about sleep?
Honestly, it could be. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So yeah, Melatonin released on PlayStation 5, released on March 12th, 2024. Next up, we have Passing By, A Tailwind Journey, released on Switch and PC on March 12th, 2024. Then we have Llama Soft, The Jeff Minter Story, released on PC on March 13th, 2024, currently sitting at a 72 on Metacritic. Then next up, we have a game called High Water, released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, released on March 14th, 2024, currently sitting at a 74 on Metacritic. Then we have Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, released on March 14th, 2024, currently sitting at an 83 on Metacritic. We'll get to that in a second. Then, finally, we have a game called Outcast, A New Beginning, released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC, released on March 15th, 2024, currently sitting at a 70 on Metacritic. Alright, now, I spoke about Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, and I said it's sitting at an 83 on Metacritic. Well, that is critic score. User score is sitting at a 3.6.
Yo.
Yeah, and it's sitting at a mostly negative on Steam. I'll explain why in a second. But first, let me glaze a little bit. So, Star Wars Battlefront Collection is Star Wars Battlefront, the original, which was released in like 2003 or 4, and then Star Wars Battlefront 2, which was released in around 2005. Now, I say let me glaze a little bit because Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one, the 2005 one, is... I remember I first moved to Zambia and I was talking to a friend and he had it. And I was like, oh, this game is cool. What is it? He was like, oh, you should play it. So I bought it from him and I played it. I remember it came on like 4 discs. And I played it and this game was awesome. I didn't have the capabilities to play online. So I just played the games. I just played the campaign and played the bots. And honestly, it's one of the games I've put the most hours into in my life ever. I never got tired of this game. It was so freaking awesome.
It was goated.
Dude. And when I watched the Nintendo showcase last month and I saw this collection, I lost my mind. I was like, there's no way they're doing this. There's no way. Well, the game came out and it's a complete mess. There were only 3 servers at launch, which means only 200 people play. The game has been buggy, a mess. Apparently, certain cutscenes and content is missing, even though they promised that they're going to be releasing content that wasn't even originally released. And basically, people are saying it's a downgrade. To the point where people are saying, hey, go back and play the 2017 Battlefront 2. Which is funny because when that game came out, it was a mess and it was a failure. Well, not a failure, but it was a disappointment at launch because of issues with monetization and stuff like that. So people were saying, hey, don't play the 2017 Battlefront 2, go play the original 2005 Battlefront 2. So we've come full circle. Don't know if anybody's been paying attention to what I just said, if it makes sense. Sorry if it doesn't, my bad, I'm just rambling. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because this one hurts. This one really hurts. I was looking forward to getting this collection at one point, but I guess I'm just going to wait until they sort out and iron out all the bugs. And yeah, that's it for the gaming corner.
Wait, Max, anything from your side?
You know what I've noticed? The games Kojo tends to be excited about are the games that usually don't come out the way they were expected to come out.
True.
No, but it's gut wrenching, dude. Fuck.
No. What I'm trying to say is Kojo doesn't normally get excited for games. He sees a game and he's like, okay, cool, that's coming out. Then once in a while, there's a particular game he's excited for, which he's actually like, wow, this is coming out. And then when it finally does come out, it doesn't come out the way it was supposed to.
Yeah, he'll give controversy only on the games he likes, which, yeah, I mean, makes sense. This is a good choice, though. Very good choice. Fucking, yo. I'm actually amazed, Kojo, that you like Star Wars as much as I do, bro.
Oh, dude, Star Wars is fucking awesome. I mean,
Dude,
recent Star Wars projects haven't been the best, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but
true.
the universe, the lore, everything about Star Wars, just the endless possibilities of what you can create in that universe is just phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Okay, Star Dogs, relax.
Wow. Hate. Okay,
That's
yeah,
a good
cool.
one. That's a good one. Star Dogs. That's actually, I've never heard of that one before. That's a good one. I'll give you that one, Maxwell. That was a good one. But
So-
hell yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that the thing I wanted to bring up was, have you guys seen the Discord on Last Ronin?
No.
Yes.
Basically, people are not impressed with what they've been seeing, where they're like, this is a PS5 game, it looks like a PS3 game. Like, how am I gonna be paying $70 for this when it doesn't look next gen? People are not happy about it, and it's dividing discussions where some people are like, graphics aren't everything. You guys give a pass to things like Elden Ring, Zelda, and what have you. But then when it comes to these Sony type of games, all of a sudden graphics is the most important thing in the world, and if the graphics aren't there, you're not even interested in the gameplay. Which I guess I get where the argument is coming from.
No, because what the fuck? Like, graphics and actual gameplay, dude, they go hand in hand. Wow, no. This is an argue point, bro. This could take forever. Never mind.
But then, yeah, some people have gotten their hands on it. I saw Shillop got his hands on it, and a lot of people on Twitter are not impressed with his opinion, where they're like, oh, he didn't like this game? It's probably going to be a banger then. But I personally don't think that's anything to base it off, because he has hits and misses with his takes. Apparently, one of his most notorious misses is Red Dead Redemption 2. So we just have to wait and see for people to get their hands on this game. It comes out the same day as Dragon's Dogma, so a lot of people are like, which one are you going for? And a lot of people are drifting to Dragon's Dogma 2. Me, never played the first game, saw a bit of it, but the trailers for this game have me calling it a Game of the Year contender.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most likely.
Yeah, Kojo, you're saying?
Yeah, I just want to add one more thing to the Star Wars thing. So you know what's even extra bad about this whole situation? This was released by a company called Aspire Games, who like to re-release or shine up old games. They've done the original Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. They've done Knights of the Republic 2. They've done they really well versed in Star Wars games. Jesus, man. And what's worse is that last month they released the Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 Remastered Collection, which everybody loves. And what's worse is that game was a remaster. They actually had to polish up the visuals, shine up all the things, make everything look modern-ish. Whereas this Battlefront Collection was just a re-release. They weren't remastering anything. And they still fumbled that. How do you fumble? How do you break a game that's already been released?
Yeah, if you're not remastering it, you could just copy-paste onto better servers and shit.
It was right there. How do you break a game that it just makes... Anyway, yeah, no, I'm done. I don't want to continue. I'm done.
All right, bad. I don't know if I even asked, but I'll ask again. Max, do you have anything Gaming Corner release-wise?
Not release. Just the whole Last Ronin gaming stuff.
All right, bad. For me, don't have... Yes.
Just to add to the sweet Baby Ink thing, Gamergate 2, there was also another storyline, because I'm telling you, if you just go on Twitter, and I encourage people to go on Twitter themselves just to see the anarchy that is blowing up. There's the whole Sweet Baby Ink drama, which doesn't seem to go away. Other studio developers are starting to create their own drama. Gamers are arguing with game journalists for IGN. IGN released this, they released 2 articles, which people are tearing apart. One of them was about how Helldivers 2 has become pay to win, and there was a whole argument about, don't read the title, read the actual thing. And people are like, why should I even bother with the actual thing if you're using clickbaity titles to try and lure me to click the link? Where I agree with, I'm of that mindset. You lose me at the title. You clickbait me, I'm not even going to bother with your shit. Then the second thing was about talking about how Resident Evil 5 is racist and can be remade. And then people are like, what the hell are you on about? How exactly is Resident Evil 5 racist, first of all? Second of all, you guys gave this game a 9 out of 10 when it came out. Third of all, how are you talking about you should swap out the main character with a black character? Your fucking partner in the game, Shiva, is black. What the hell are you guys on about? Have you even played the game? Things like that. So gamers are arguing with journalists. And then there's about this, I don't know what her position is in EA. I forgot what her position is. But there's a black woman who was hired in EA who says she doesn't like to hire white people. Then there was another one where there was a voice actor, a trans voice actor who did a voice piece for a character, and I forgot what the game was and what the studio is, but it's a Canadian studio where apparently the voice the trans actor did was for a male and female, and the actors say they were just given a description. They weren't given a visual of the character, and then afterwards a visual of a character came out where it's kind of like this zombie-like monster thing that can switch between genders. And you can guess that there was sweet hell to pay where the voice actor was not impressed and was saying that they made a monster and they purposely lured them to be a voice actor in the situation and all of that. So I implore people to go on Twitter, type in Gamersgate 2 on the search, and just see the different things emerging. It's crazy out there.
Okay, let me actually pull that up. Alright, away. Alright, well, that being said, I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hell, you can pause, get your snacks refreshed, refilled, whatever, and then, you know, we get right back into it. Yo, that sounded odd. But anyways, moving on to the content creator section. Right, so I have just one thing, and it's pretty dumb. But as we all know, in December of, was it 2023 or 2020? Yeah, 2023. In December of 2023, the Tate brothers were arrested in Romania for all the different things that they did, you know, grape and many other things, which I can't remember the full list of it now. They should just be in prison for existing, to be honest. But anyways, that's a fight for another time. Yeah, so Adin Ross and Andrew Tate were on a stream just recently, and by playing a clip of what Andrew had sent Adin in terms of like a voice note, and you know, they're just reminiscing through different conversations that they've had. Andrew let slip some of the plans that, you know, Andrew Tate said he would implement to get away out of this whole entire situation.
Adin let slip. Adin.
Yes, Adin.
I was about to correct to be like, nah, I feel like Andrew is like, this is my homie, I can trust him. And Adin is the idiot who's just didn't think about what he's doing and let the whole world hear it.
Correct. Yes. So now that has happened, it's pretty much sped up the investigation on the Tate brothers, to which on the 13th of March, they were arrested. And it's now going to be that they will be extradited to the UK to face their, I don't even know if it's a trial or if they'll be fucking faced for the actual whatever. But anyways, Adin Ross is a snitch.
It's a whole other investigation because the Romania side, they finished up their investigation, I believe. So the Tate brothers were planning to get the hell out of Romania, and I don't know where they were going to go, but they were probably going to go somewhere where the UK probably doesn't have jurisdiction, because the UK were preparing things and they were aware of it. So they wanted to slip out undetected because of Adin. The UK sped up their thing with Romania to get the Tate brothers, because it's a separate trial. The UK are having their own trial. It has nothing to do with what happened in Romania.
Facts. So that being said, obviously, like, a lot of people are just like, oh, Adin Ross is a snitch. They're like, no, but guys, what if like stupidity was a blessing in disguise? You know, Adin Ross letting this slip is pretty much helping the world. He doesn't even know it yet. But as you already know, bro code and all that broness and stupid shit, bro, like that us.
Who is saying that?
No, so many people just like, oh, Adin Ross, you know, low key actually, you know, planned to snitch about the plans of Andrew Tate and all of this, and help speed up the whole arrest. He's actually an ally, this and this. People are like, nah, dude, he just genuinely made a mistake and he fumbled. Like, come on.
Yeah, for real. Like, we've seen him fumble too many times. He's a walking, talking idiot.
Exactly.
He lives in the moment.
And that being said, you know, recently they even had another catch-up stream where Adin Ross had called Andrew Tate, and Andrew was like, dude, chill, it's fine. You did fuck up, yes, but we're on it and we can still make content together, you know, and all this, it's okay, I'll forgive you type shit. So it's not something that will ever land Adin Ross in hot water, especially with the Tates. I highly doubt. It's one of those things where, and again, sorry to say to Adin Ross, I don't really like to talk smack too much about people I don't know, but you know, fuck Mr. Beast. But anyways, yeah, I mean, it's in the same breath of like, he's too stupid to have tried to snitch on Andrew Tate. Like, there's no ways he has the brain cells to even do that. That sounds mean.
Adin Ross, what you see is what you get. And I think that's what the Tate brothers like about him, where they know there's no two-timing, scheming, or anything like that. He's like a book. You can read it without having to open it.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, that's my content creator side. Kojo, any from you?
No, but I just want to clarify, it was December 2022 that they were first arrested.
You see, and that's why I hesitated at first. Okay, by the way, thank you, man.
No problem.
Okay, Max, any from you?
What was in December?
When the whole Tate brother thing started.
It's already been, okay, no, well, it's not exactly 2 years. It's going on to 2 years.
Yeah.
For me, I just have speed through type of things to mention so people can go check that out for themselves. First of all is Neon getting banned or kicked, banned from Kick. For those who don't know, count your blessings. For those who do know, unfortunately you're in the know. For those who don't know, just think of him as an incel. Then there's Cenat, who fumbled a potential friendship with Kanye Ye West. And then, that's about it. Speedrun this. Oh, there was one more thing. You guys heard of some Minecraft streamer called George Not Found?
George Not Found. Yeah.
The fuck, Jesus. I don't.
I only found out about him this week as well, with all of his nonsense going on. So basically, he is in the midst of getting Me Too'd. And how I'll describe this is, so I forgot, it's another streamer. I believe she also has an OnlyFans page or something like that. I don't remember what it is, but I could be saying wrong information, so discard that. But basically, there was another streamer. He went to an event where this streamer went online this week to say that he took advantage of her. So that created a whole kerfuffle. Then he made a tweet apologizing, saying he didn't realize what he was doing, and he wants to make it clear that he's sorry for his actions. So the guy was getting cancelled. Then slowly, the female streamer was releasing more information about what the situation was. And as she was releasing information, people were like, wait, hold on. He's being a creep, but he hasn't done anything wrong to be crucified. So basically, she was talking about she was taken advantage of. She was groomed, taken advantage of, things along those lines. Then she releases the story that what happened was at a streamer event or some shit, he touched her inappropriately. As in, he put his arms around her when she didn't want his advances. That was what the situation was. And then she's saying that she was not of age at that time when she was 18. So she was an adult and all of that stuff. So people are like, hold on, this story doesn't make sense. He's being a creep, 100%, but he's not taking advantage of you. You're not a minor. You're not being groomed. Nothing exactly evil is coming on here. It's just this dude being a creep. Then she releases more information about it, saying that there was alcohol involved and things like that. And then her friend comes out saying, no, she misspoke. There was no alcohol involved. We weren't drinking. And people are like, okay, so you don't even have your story straight. And then it turns out that what actually happened. So the real story here is that there's this George Not Found is like 27 or 26 or something like that. So when he met this streamer, he lied to her that he's 21. And she was 18. So the two of them, I believe, I don't know if they cuddled or they slept together, not as in fornicate, just lying on the same bed. and it might have been cuddling in both. But it was either cuddling just in general or cuddling on a bed. I would have to double check. But she then finds out that he's not what he said he was. He's not 21. She gets creeped out by that. And then she's going saying she took advantage of her. So she's misrepresenting the story. So 100% he was being a creep. And you have to have quite eyebrows raised on that. But how she's going about the story, she's making it worse than it actually was. And that's where the community is now divided on this thing. And then with regards to this now, with him getting cancelled, apparently Mr. Beast on his chocolate or his product has quietly cut out his picture, because he had a collaboration, like on his Instagram, he has pictures with other content creators holding the chocolate bar, where if you go along the picture, a new content creator is being added to finally George Not Found being the last person on the picture. That picture with George Not Found has quietly been deleted. And other things are going on, but let me not start saying things without double checking my sources, because I was about to say something. I was like, hold up, I need to double check that, and I haven't double checked it, so let me not say that, because I've already said quite a number of things where the details are murky, where I encourage people to go check up on the story for themselves if they're interested. If they're not, they can live their lives without it being changed. But if they are interested, go give that a look and make up your own decision about the situation.
Okay, away. Yeah, no, for me, it sounds so similar to the whole Justin Roiland thing of like accusations came through, you know, not much proof. And then already people like, I mean, in this case, like companies like, I guess I'll call Mr. Beast's Feastables a company. I guess it is one. But like, you know, they immediately try to protect themselves just in case something then comes out for the worst. But otherwise, I'm pretty sure, I mean, if this gets cleared up, he'll just re-release the person's face on the product, but we'll see.
I doubt about that, because I feel like, because you know, this situation, Kojo will know about this, but Tommy, I don't know if you know about this, because you're not really a footballing person or a soccer person for American viewers. Sports. Do you know about Mason Greenwood?
Who the fuck is that?
All right, so he's a footballer who got caught up in a controversy about beating up his girlfriend. And there was a tape released of a conversation. If she released a tape, a recording, voice recording of her being threatened by him, and then she put up pictures online of her face beaten up and all of that stuff. So immediately people started accusing him and stuff like that, because she did send accusations to his way, and it got the police involved and all of that stuff. So Manchester United pulled him off the team as this was getting investigated. Spoiler alert, how it ended up being was he was found not guilty, and while the investigation was going on, the father of the girlfriend spoke to the press, or the press came to him, and he called it an unfortunate situation, where people are like, what the hell do you mean an unfortunate situation? You should be backing up your daughter. But then I'm reading between the lines saying he's calling it an unfortunate situation because probably these two have history. They've been high school sweethearts, so they've dated. The families know each other well enough that they've had their bumps, their ups and downs, and he feels like this has happened in the past before, where probably the two are arguing or the two have a toxic relationship, and the families hope it works out. But then whenever they have their moments, you know, like how toxic relationships work. When you have your down moments, somebody in the relationship lashes out in a way that after things, when things calm down, they come back to the other person. So in this instance with the Greenwood thing, at the end of it, he was found not guilty because there wasn't enough proof or evidence to lock him up. And guess what happened with a girlfriend?
She got in trouble. What?
No, she came right back to him. They are still together.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, when the father was like, it's an unfortunate situation, for me, it hit alarm bells. I'm like, nah. Are the two of them in a toxic relationship? I 100% believe so. But is one person more guilty than the other? I'm doubtful. And that's why her family is not suddenly releasing all of these press statements condemning Mason Greenwood and all of these things, because they've been on this road before. Maybe the first time it happened, they condemned him and they didn't want their daughter with him or anything, but they went through it and they realized it wasn't that big of a deal. Who knows what happened in their past? But then from those small experiences, they started realizing like, yeah, these two are like water and oil, but hopefully they'll learn how to cope and how to be a family. Because like, when people are in a relationship and families are close, they usually want people to work things out. They don't want outsiders to get involved in all of that. But anyway, I say all of that to say, while Greenwood was getting investigated and he was suspended from his club, most of his teammates unfollowed him on social media and all of that stuff. They quickly bounced. They didn't even wait for the verdict. They were just like, nope, my brand cannot relate to this. And I believe that's what Mr. Beast is doing. And there's no going back from there, where it's like, you're too hot, I'm not even going to entertain you. It's kind of like that Dave Chappelle joke he made when he was like, him and Chris Tucker were at a party and then they saw, what's his name, OJ, and then OJ was like, hey guys, let's take a picture together, and both Chris Tucker and Dave Chappelle like, I don't want to be in a picture with you. Right now my career is not in a place that can survive being in a photograph with you. So they decline because, you don't want to be associated with that. So I see the same thing with Mr. Beast, that regardless of how this story ends, it's going to come out. He's going to continue on his merry way, having dropped this person. Although I find it funny that he can drop one person, but then he's had other controversies in his past where he backs those people. So I personally think Mr. Beast is very woke-centered. When it's the right woke thing to do, you're going to see him doubling down. When he could piss off woke people, he's going to not even touch the topic and stray as far away as he can from it. Which also reminds me of, this is unrelated, of Jenna Carson and her situation. Apparently, Pedro Pascal tried to help her out during the whole Star Wars debacle, and she didn't listen to him.
See, but the thing
I'm
is,
sorry, wait, sorry, Tommy. I'm sorry, who the fuck?
Jenna Carson, is that her name?
Not even close. You're not even in the same ballpark.
So what is it? How
Gina
far off
Carano.
was I?
Gina Carano.
Oh, bruh. I got like
Jenna Carson.
70%. I got 60% of her first name correct and like 30% of her last name.
This guy. Anyway, sorry, Tommy, continue.
It was close enough for you to know who I'm talking about.
No, the only reason I knew who you're talking about because you said Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I was sort of confused. I'll be honest. But anyways, I don't know much about that news. No, what I was just trying to say is like, but this is like the same thing with Johnny Depp, and Disney situation.
Amber Heard. The two of them are toxic. It's not, yes, Amber Heard is full of shit, but let's not pretend that Johnny is a victim. He also did his own shit. We just don't know to what capacity. Whereas Amber, we can clearly see. Yeah, so it's like toxic relationships. There are no victims in those. Both are offenders. It's just there's one who's worse than the other, but both of them are abusers.
You're right, but what I'm trying to say is like in how fast companies always try to protect themselves so quickly, and then it turns out that the person that they were, protecting themselves against was actually in the right, and actually innocent.
Back is the one who was the wrong person to back.
Exactly. And now look at what's happening with Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, look, okay, it's great. Yay, there's going to be diversity. The main captain.
Not even Pirates of the Caribbean. Disney fumbled. Even Warner Bros. Fumbled.
Exactly.
Dropping Johnny for, what's that movie? Harry Potter, blah, blah, blah. And then backing Amber for Aquaman 2. And then when it all comes out, they're now trying to reduce her role, even though they claimed they weren't. But no, 100% they were trying to reduce her role in the movie. And that was also a fumble. So it's just, the problem is, okay, I'll give Disney credit on this. So I was going to say, the problem is companies nowadays with this whole wokeism are scared. So they're very reactionary.
True.
But I'll give Disney credit with what the hell is his name? Khan. What the hell is that actor's name? Majors. What's his first name? Jonathan Majors?
Jonathan Majors, yes.
Yeah, I'll give him credit for that one, where they waited for the verdict. Although I suspect they waited in that situation because on one corner you've got a woman, on the other corner you've got a black man. So if you jump to conclusions, you are screwed. If it was a white man involved and you throw him under the bus, no one's really going to care. But because it's a person of color and it's a female, it's like, oof, let's not rush this one. That's what I personally believe was the situation there. That's why they didn't rush their decision. I don't think it's a thing of they learned from Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's just like, you see, this is what happens when you're too fussed with this shit. Because in the same way that, like, we don't even know, you know, full on if, like, Justin Roiland is going to accept, you know, the fans' apologies, Squanch Games apology, you know, and all this type of shit. Because I don't even know if Justin Roiland's going to come back as the voice, you know, of both Rick and Morty, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, Aware. Thanks, man. I guess that brings us to esports. Does anyone have any esports stuff? Personally, I do not. I saw the first Penta kill earlier today with one of the games from the LCK, which is pretty dope, but I mean, not really newsworthy. I was going to say noseworthy. Kojo?
Yes. So I'm a little late to this. My bad. I don't really follow Valorant. I should. You know, I'm the esports guy, so I should follow all. I tried to. So the VCT Made Masters are currently taking place in Madrid. They began on the 14th of March, but don't fret, they will end on the 24th of March. So you still have time to catch the event. So if you're a fan, don't miss that one. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Max?
That's a negative.
All right. Cool. Well, that brings us to the news blitz. Yeah, Max, let's hear what's going on.
Yeah, I got no blitz.
Oh shit. Okay. Kojo, any blitz from you?
So let's blitz it up. So first off, we have Tommy, you remember?
You almost got it correct.
Do I remember what?
Tommy, you remember Payday, right?
Yes.
You remember Payday 2. So Payday 3 came out last year and it was a big disappointment. To the point where people went back and played Payday 2.
Yes.
So to that end, well, we don't know if it's to that end, but the CEO of Starbreeze Studios, who made the game, Starbreeze made Payday 2, Payday 3. Tobias Strogren, that is the CEO, he stepped down. And we don't know if he stepped down or if he was forced to step down. And we don't know if it is as a result of the poor release of Payday 3 or not. Next up, Apex Legends Respawn. There have been some layoffs, unfortunately, within the Apex Legends team at Respawn. EA hasn't come out and spoken about it themselves, but some people who are on the team went out on social media and spoke about how they've been laid off, and it's sad.
Wait.
Some people who, pardon?
Question.
Yes.
Did we have any layoff news last week?
Yes, we did.
Damn. I was about
It's
to
not.
say,
It's not an
Cheating is
episode.
broken.
It's not an episode without mentioning layoffs, bro. At this point.
Yeah.
Kojo, you played Bioshock 3, right?
Infinite, yes.
Yeah. In reference to always talking about layoffs. Will the circle be unbroken by and by?
We better
That
not
was a
get
good song.
copyrights. I know that.
No, it was. So yeah, the Respawn team, the Apex Legends team has suffered some hits. We don't know if we're going to see more hits. They're going to take more hits, but yeah. And finally, Maxwell and Tommy, mark your calendars. Why? Because Multiversus is coming back, baby. Woo!
Why?
What do you mean, why? The game. What do you mean, why? The game was in beta and then they took it out of beta and they went quiet. And now they're coming out with the full release.
They better learn how to balance. That's all I ask. Upon return, do not give Iron Giant such a flippin' small ass hitbox for a very giant ass character.
You're throwing me back to those days how Iron Giant was a cheap character.
Bro,
You said it like you didn't use them
flipping
yourself,
hell.
Maxwell.
Yeah, but then remember, we were partnering up, so I would do it when I see the other team is being cheap, because I knew how to use Iron Giant. So I knew how to be cheap and how to be proper. And you record, there were some teams which would fight us properly, and there were some teams who would quit, and then there were those teams who would use Iron Giant and they would get cheap. And I'd be like, alright, cool, I'll do the same thing, and we would win.
So yeah, Multiversus is coming back, and they're making a bunch of. They've switched from Unreal Engine 4 to 5. They're adding a PvE mode, and they're fixing up the netcode. But yeah, so market calendars, May 28th, game is coming out full launch.
Are we gonna have to update our thing or re-download the game?
That's the thing. They haven't said. If I'm a betting man, I'm gonna say there's gonna be a whole new download.
Should have gotten that platinum trophy. Fuck you, Kojo, for that.
You're welcome. Oh, maybe the trophies will carry over.
Can you believe I was very close to getting a platinum trophy in that game, and Kojo F'd me over?
How?
Because I didn't want to play every day.
Oh, man. Okay.
Bruh.
But dude, I told him, like, literally as soon as I get that platinum, he can stop playing with me.
Man, the trophies will carry over.
I highly doubt that. It wouldn't make sense.
We'll see. And yeah, that is it for my Blitz.
Alright. Okay. I don't have much on my side except for to tell people that, like, you should go watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It's not as bad as I thought it would have been. I should have actually just seen it on release, but I was obviously very skeptical. And yeah, that's pretty much it from my side. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode, and episode 55. Fuck. We're gonna look towards getting another guest Shandies when it comes to episode 60. So, stay tuned with that. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for listening. If you've made it this far, please be sure to shoot a like and subscribe. And yeah, tell your friends, tell your family. With me it was Maxwell and Kid Kojo, as always, bringing us the nice juicy tidbits. And we'll check you guys in the next episode. Stay good, stay healthy, and read your Bible. Y'all, I'm never going to forget about that. All right, peace.